Crawford. And thank you, Adrian Gonzalez, Gonzo. You both have come to town. $300 million in salaries. I'll take it. The Red Sox are going to be good for the next 6 to 7 years. Throw them in with Pedroia, Uke, Poppy, you know, whatever it may be. Look at the pitching staff. It's incredible around here. Big thing popping. The Red Sox aren't stopping until we get to be the 2011 World Series champions. But the real reason we're here,
you forgot
talk
about
some wrestling.
You talk about last with the show. You mentioned about last with the show.
We're gonna get to that. That's why we're here as wrestling. Is that wrestling mascot a little too tight? Yeah, you're overly excited. It was a festive weekend last weekend at the Belltime Club. A lot of things happened. As you'll probably see in the upcoming weeks, just search us out on YouTube and you can see some of the matches. Download them. Tell us what you think of the matches. Twisted Tenor, the opening contest was a bit of surprise. Definitely a bit of a surprise. Master Jack, as you know, was forced to retire, and you know. I've known Jack for a while.
Could he come back? Just
Master Jack, can I tell you, Joe? Yeah. He makes a great
manager.
No, he makes a great gopher in the offices of Grand Pro Wrestling. He's emptying trash barrels. He's shining toilets. He's filing papers. He's putting paper clips back in the drawers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He liked the job. I mean, if these people are able to see some of that footage in the interview that took place, Jack liked what he was doing.
Yeah.
Tenor, for some reason, his mouth was just, it wasn't there that night. Usually he's quick to the spurt. He's got great verbs and adjectives and pronouns that come out of his mouth. When it comes to talking, there's not many others.
Yeah.
That, you know, simply to him, they just sound like they're squawking. Tenor had a, you know, not such a good night. Maybe it was because the skunk aroma was in the air. I hadn't seen Nick the Skunk Super in ages, Bill. All of a sudden, he pulls him out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, plain and simple. Jack just goes, listen, I got another guy that's sick and tired of listening to you run your mouth to Tenor, and all of a sudden, the skunk came through the curtain, and my God, Skunk, you're a good guy. Axe is not a question. It's a deodorant. You need to go get yourself some stuff. That's probably why they called you the Skunk. He came up with an upset victory over Twisted Tenor.
Wow.
Twisted Tenor was bull. And from what I understand, has come to myself asking for a rematch because he felt that he was quite simply caught off guard when it came to the fact of not knowing who his opponent was.
Exactly.
I don't know about that one. Then, you know, what do you think, Joe?
Well, what about the New York crew?
Wow, you really just like to jump the gun. What's wrong with the other guys that wrestled before your guys, huh?
Okay,
you know? Okay.
They're not really part of, you know, we're not really concerned about the New York crew.
He disappointed me again.
Oh.
I'll get to that, though.
Oh,
The second match of the evening was a tag team matchup. I'll just call them a couple of young guys that are in the business. My apologies to you guys. We'll call you Young Buck 1 and Young Buck 2. And we then had Danny Ramirez with a Bob Evans student. Tyree, I believe his name is. If I got your name wrong, I'm sorry. I got dropped on my head a million times. I should have wrote this stuff down. But anyways, I should remember it all. So it was a decent little match. I was very impressed with Danny Ramirez, a chaotic trained student. Really good. Been in the business, he says, for a little over 2 years. Hasn't had many matches. He was the controller of this match. I feel bad for him. He came up on the short end of the stick, as you would that evening, by losing to, it was a greenhorn on one team with Ramirez and a greenhorn on the other team with Tyree, and I felt bad for him. Match number 2 was a decent little matchup, tag team matchup. Match 3. What did we even have? It was 5 of them. My apologies to match 3. I kind of forget what you did. Oh, that was just a rib. My student, Sean Feeney, went out there and had a great match that night. He came up on the short end of the stick, but he showed me a lot more than I really thought of the kid. He had a great showing against, I call him, his name is Tommy Trainwreck, but Tommy Trainwreck, I realistically believe that you are the long-distance son of Playboy Buddy Rose. The 3rd match of the evening, as you will, or the 4th match, was a great match. My boys, the Hoods, the Grand Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, took on your guys, the New York Crew.
Oh!
Yeah. And what happened, huh? Where's Hercules Jones? He's chicken, just like his favorite meal. Okay? He's chicken.
He is chicken.
Oh, my arm is hurting me, master. Oh, my arm. My little chicken wing. I'm gonna blame it on Jason Rumba, 'cause he says Jerry Gones beat me up on purpose. Jason did it to me. He made him do it. It hurt my arm. The lone wolf comes to prey upon you at the Belltime Club at 3:30 p.m., my friend. Fans, show up. And by the way, like I said, and I will remember this, because I have crossed the T, I have dotted the I. Fans, bring your weapons, because I am going to use each and every one of them on this little, low-life, pathetic piece of garbage that wants to call himself a superhero. Do you know what happens in Boston when they need a superhero? The Skull and Sickle lights the combat zone. And then the Boston bad boy, he comes out at night. And he's going to take you down. And it's not going to be 1, 2, 3. I am going to have you scream in utter pain as I make you tap to the lone wolf. Because like I say, you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't piss into the wind, and you certainly don't mess with the boldest, the baddest, and simply the best. Fans, we'll be right back with more Joe Masters Presents Grand Pro Wrestling right after these messages.